And welcome back to some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Reacts. Oh boy, I'm a little sick.
Am I reacting yet?
Yeah, you are in reaction of some kind. I don't know. But you know what? What's gonna lift my spirits, what's gonna make me feel better, guys, get me over this flu? Why, it's
Keith.
Voltron! Yes, Keith. You know I love Keith.
No, you don't.
Keith, you know I love you, buddy.
He's lying.
I really hope you reconcile with Lance and we can get some cans going. That would be great.
It's really gross.
I don't want Sheath to happen. So
okay, that's actually better.
see,
no,
right. Now suddenly Kansas isn't that bad.
They're both bad.
Like, it's not bad.
They're both really bad. Actually.
I think Kansas is all right.
Sheath has more pun work in it, at least available.
I'm excited for the new Voltron season 5. We're gonna be watching the first episode, season 5, episode 1, The Prisoner.
I mean, nothing really important happened at the end of the last one, right?
Nope.
Nothing worthwhile mentioning.
Nope. No fallen princes suddenly switching sides in order to consolidate power. I am interested to see what happens. I'm actually gonna let the whole fucking intro and all that shit play it too. Yeah. So I don't think we need to go into any more than that. Let's just get this one started. 3, 2, 1, start.
Also, how much is it going to bother you for the rest of the season that fact that they're still wrong colored?
It doesn't bother me as long as it's fucking happening.
I mean, even in the intro, they're not in the right lions. They update this thing.
Signal acquired. Broadcasting.
Yeah, any problems with color would be aside. I like Allura as being one of the paladins.
Be careful to stay in formation and don't touch the sides.
Oops.
Game of operation.
Don't touch the side. Don't touch the side.
Oh, come on.
Damn it.
Oh, jeez. I don't remember Operation ending that way.
Let me through.
Does that work? Yeah, it's not gonna work.
All forces, prepare for enemy assault. This is not a drill.
Man, I usually love the Voltron drills. They make my Tuesday.
Oh no, we're trapped. No, we're not. There's another way out. Form Voltron.
I suppose that is a way.
Oh, you mean that thing we do all the time?
I was like, you got some kind of ability I don't know about? Like, oh no, that thing, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm a motherfucking leg.
We have to get out of here. To the escape pods.
Now, just be a dick, blow those up too. Also, it was Bring Children to Work Day. Didn't want to mention that, but it's there.
They show wiping out all the robots, but it's like, okay, get to the escape pods, everyone that's not a robot.
Because fuck robots, they're not.
Because we don't really like to imply Voltron being a mass murderer.
Yeah.
Somebody gives you all the information you need before you get there.
And yet you still manage to run your line into a wall.
Yeah, information is one thing. Ability is something completely different.
There's no doubt about
And
it.
come on, I
haven't
suck,
encountered
guys.
a single problem.
I must
We
admit,
all know
they
this.
put down a
Can people not change? Is it so hard to believe that I wish to return the Gora Empire to a bygone era of peace?
No, I don't believe that at all.
No.
There is a prison, formerly under my control. It houses a special inmate.
Thank you for helping
Who
us
the
get
hell
the
could that
fleet
be?
back in order.
I don't know.
They were pretty banged up after the invasion.
No problem.
Like, everyone's here.
We rebooted
Yeah.
the entire targeting
Pidge's
system
brother.
in this one. Pidge wrote
Keith's
a
still
patch
here.
that will
Yeah.
increase accuracy by a power of 3.
Yeah, well, Matt overhauled the thrusters on this one. It can pull out of a 6G dive and not lose thrust.
That's Newton's gravitational constant, of course.
Duh. What would she think? 9.8 meters per second squared?
But we saved our best work for last.
He looks brand new. I can see myself in his chest plate.
Stop looking at my chest plate.
Hey, guys.
Pitch,
Is something wrong?
we have a lead on Commander Holt. Your father.
Ooh, forgot about that.
Oh,
first.
I totally
actually
forgot about his dad.
the whole
Whereabouts.
subterfuge. He's not actually dead. Yeah.
Because
We're gonna go head first into that.
Like the goggles on that guy. Makes you think he's gonna be an alien version of the Digidestin leader.
Uh-oh. Wow, it's almost as if it was a bad idea. Just go splat.
Dive, dive, dive! It's like Thor Ragnarok.
Hmm.
Come on, you apes, you want to live forever?
Kind of. Is that an option?
Everybody, fire jetpacks!
Wait, we're supposed to
Fucking
take those.
jetpacks!
My pack's not working.
Yep, there it is. I don't think he's
They're
the,
not parachutes, guys. Someone snatched his ass.
I don't think he's the Hulk, so it's gonna
Thanks,
turn out
R2.
well. 'Cause the guards are like
Looks
down.
like everything is already shut down.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, if it's not any of the Blade of what's their face? Blade of Murmasa. And it's not any of the Voltron forces. I'm guessing it's got to be Lotor's crew.
You're not with the scary lady?
We're here to rescue.
Scary lady.
Definitely has to be
What's
Lotor's
scary
crew.
lady? Hello? Dad? Dad, are you here?
I'll be your daddy.
Has anyone here seen Sam
Prison laugh.
Holt?
Shame,
A
man.
human. Engines are failing.
Scotty, where my engine's at? Can't do it, Captain. It's breaking up.
Zoom.
I call this the rub my belly maneuver.
Done.
Dad,
I will hand him over, and in exchange, you give me my son, Lotor.
Ooh. Yeah, that's true. We can totally do that.
Yep. Go for it. So yeah, that was
So, season 5, episode 1.
so that was season 5, episode 1, guys. Woo! All right, so that was interesting. I did not expect it to be a prison breakout episode for the first episode back. It's an interesting direction to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the fact that we can't seem to, like, no matter what Lotor does, it's going to be kind of like, yeah, but we just can't trust you.
We know you have your own motives, and like it's not even the fact that he's like, no, we understand. You're gonna fuck over your father. We're not disparaging that. We just don't think you're not gonna fuck us over too.
I mean, it's kind of. I was actually going to be hard. Like they're going to have to come to a decision whether or not to let him join or like use him as an asset. And it's like that's a hard position to be put in because it's like he's a valuable asset. There is no getting around that in regards to how many lives he probably saved on those operations just with that intel. He is almost too valuable of an asset to just ignore.
But like they said, he's also gonna eventually run out of his usefulness because they are just gonna change protocols.
Sure, but I mean, even then, if we get him just even as his competence as a general and how things work, his knowledge, like there's some things that his knowledge won't be like they won't be able to change, like just
general structure, infrastructure.
Like he's got some of that shit down pat. He's been proven to be very smart. Like if he did join their side, it would be an absolute boon. The only thing is that there's not. It's kind of like a. I mean, that part of it is a zero sum game. Like you basically have to let him. You basically have to let him join up like the whole way through. There's no partial. There's no partial alliance that they can really do other than this prisoner exchange thing.
Right. And you know it's just going to happen if we keep him along. Be like just a moment of curse your son yet inevitable betrayal.
And it would be one thing if we as the audience know his MO. We know what he's been doing, like behind the scenes, and we kind of get a feel for his shit. So when he starts telling like, no, I mean, I want to change the Galra Empire, and like we all we have to do is change, you know, the way we mine stuff, and like I mean, I had you guys.
He's probably not even lying about that.
I manipulate. Well, no, that part he was upfront about in particular, but he's making it seem like he's doing it benevolently. He's like, no, that's the most effective way to rule people. This whole fear bullshit is not the way to do it. That's dumb. Like the way to really control people is to make them love you and dependent on you.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, he's a little more sinister that way. Well, I should say like sinister, but practically.
Well, sinister is not too off
like
either.
practically sinister.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, why do we have to go to war in order to destroy planets in order to mine the substance? Like, if there's got to be like another way.
Right. That's gonna scarce you with some resources after a while. You're gonna eventually run out of planets.
Yeah, and it's like he notices that it's just not efficient, and
that makes them more terrifying.
And so yeah, I'm interested to see what they will do because I know that it would seem like, yeah, I mean, we should probably like give him up for just probably because that's a personal thing, but yet The only reason they knew how to go get that guy was because of Lotor's info.
Yeah, but consider it this way. Pidge and his brother are how smart? Like, I can only imagine what their father's going to be like.
Right, and it's like, so he's definitely going to be a scientific asset. I'm interested, like, do you... okay, let's play this out. Do you think this is a part or grand scheme of Lotor's in which his crew somehow is still working for him?
Ooh.
Because I'll tell you what, the thing that's killing me is what a coincidence it is that the same time Lotor finally doled out that information, that they are there snatching that shit up.
It's a good point.
I'll tell you what, it's not impossible that his second in command knew all the information that he knows and probably figured Lotor, like, okay, Lotor betrayed this. This is what he's going to do. Here's how we cut ahead of him and get it back into the game.
Well, just a little bit of future sight here. I do see that the next episode is called Blood Duel. Well, we've had a duel before with Lotor, and it went insanely in his favor.
Yeah, so now you think that maybe this time it'll have to be a little bit more up in the air if he has to fight in a blood duel for his own honor?
I don't know. I don't know what the blood
do you think
duel is.
Yeah, I mean, I would wonder if he's going to fight his father or something. I mean, that would imply that they gave him up, though. So it'd be interesting to see.
They're going to give him up, because...
I think that, like, it's I can't put past Lotor being that diabolical and putting that sort of shit, in front. I mean... the only reason I think he might actually be up on the up and up is because I like him so much that I actually might kind of like him as one of the good guys, because he is one of those most charismatic villains I have seen in a while.
Yeah, he got super high charisma.
Like, I just like him. Like, even when he shows up on screen, I'm like, that's a dapper motherfucker. Like, I just kind of want to hang with him. And then
+5 modifier charisma going on.
Even when you know he's being manipulative, like, he's got that Loki element of, like, I know you're being super sleazy right now, but man, can you put on the moves and be really like, oh, I'm just, what, me? Oh, little old me? Like, yeah, little old you. Like,
you're useful to me at this moment, yeah.
But with that out of the way, should we wrap this one up and just kind of move on to the next one?
Sounds good.
Yeah, okay. We are going to get on and do that. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And if you're interested in checking out some of our other content, why not check out the UTO podcast on iTunes or at our webpage, unapologeticgeekout.com. And again, thanks for watching.